Hi, I'm Paul Battaglia, and this is section 6.6, trigonometric form of a complex number. Quick teaching note about pacing as we get to this section. I've actually found in years past that it's a little tight to try and fit this section in to the overall scheme of things. And so if you find that that's where you are with your class, don't hesitate to perhaps place this section maybe towards the end, maybe as an enrichment lesson, once you've gotten through the other things that you're required to do. Now, I've brought in Gabe and Brittany to help us out to talk to us a little bit about structuring the lesson. So, Gabe, talk to us about how you might start things off here.
Sure. So students have already seen how to plot complex points, so plotting points in the complex plane. And normally how they think about it is, well, we're going to start at the origin, we'll move some distance to the left or to the right,
Sure.
and then we're going to move some distance up and some distance down.
Right.
And that's a great way to think about plotting points in the complex plane.
Right.
But where this section goes is we start representing points not so much by the left and the right and the up and the down, but we're trying to represent points as, well, there's some distance maybe from the origin,
Sure.
as well as some angle in standard position.
Got it.
So we're giving sort of a distance and a direction,
Yeah.
a magnitude and a direction
like
to
that.
these points.
Yep. And Brittany, I think as we navigate through the section, we start to see these operations with complex numbers in this form. So can you talk to us a little bit about what you want your students to kind of key in on?
All right, so I want to talk about multiplying complex numbers in this form. So as the students do this, they will see midway through that they're using the sum and difference formula
Sure.
within that. And that way, that motivates them to use their prior knowledge and keep it fresh in their mind. So
Yeah.
that way they can continue to use it and be prepared for calculus.
Definitely, and I think we actually saw in an earlier chapter, we were using the sum and difference formulas to find angles that were not common ones on the unit circle, and then I think students might sometimes say, well, I guess that's the only time we use it.
Yep.
Yeah,
Here we are,
exactly.
and we're using them again. So again, a nice way to build on that prior knowledge. I hope these tips have been helpful for you, and you find much success in section 6.6.